Once again, it's a very busy day for me because we have had another development with Battlefield 2042's Easter egg. Now you may remember, if you've seen my last video, we have had a door with 3 lights that were all red. We couldn't get in without glitching, and once we got in, there was nothing to do. But now we've solved what seems to be half of the mystery, and we know where this mystery is going forward. So let's talk how to solve the first part of this Easter egg, and figure out where the story's headed next. First of all, you're going to have to head to Spearhead and activate 3 transmitters here, here, and here. What this does is tell you that Wolf, who leads the US Army in the game, isn't quite the man he claims to be, and is pretty much evil, trying to get to Oz any means necessary, and it's Zane who tells us this, one of the latest specialists. Now to prove this, you set off the final transmitter, and Wolf calls in an airstrike after you falsify your location at Spearhead to supposedly kill Oz. Now Wolf doesn't care that the specialists, being you, are there and have actually done this service for him. He sees you as collateral damage and tries to kill you. This starts this little story and shows us that the American army isn't really the good side in this, and that maybe Oz has a little more truth to him and a little more good to him than we realize. Here are the voice recordings for this section, so you can listen for yourself.
I know why you're here.
Away we go!
You believe Project Silver Spear is a weapon. That's a lie. Wolf cannot be trusted. He's using you, and will stop at nothing to kill us. I'll prove it to you. Activate the transmitters. Oz planted a special signal beacon at this facility. When activated, a GPS tied to his personal codes will falsify his location tag. Wolf will think you found Oz and bomb what he believes is your location. You'll see that, to him, you're nothing more than collateral damage.
No hard feelings, Exodus. As it stands, no paths fall under acceptable losses if we toe tag Oz in the process. Know that your sacrifice has saved the free world. You can take that to your graves.
Turn around. You've left the engagement.
This is who Wolf is. He used you. But you're not the first. We need to get moving, but we can't return to your ship. Not while Wolf thinks you're dead. We go by land. Kanju can give us safe passage to the port. Yallah.
Now doing this should give you a player card. Now this isn't guaranteed, and the first time we did it as a squad, only one of our people actually got a player card from it, but it should give you one. But as I said, this may take a couple tries. After this, you head over to Manifest and find 3 radios and interact with them here, here, and here. In short, the Nopats, us, have no choice but to listen to Oz because we're surrounded on all sides by enemies. The US aren't our friend anymore, Russia certainly aren't our friend, and we have no choice but to listen to Oz and go through with his demands, which seem to be genuine at this point.
Project Silver Spear was never a weapon. It's our future. The Shearwater technology. Dr. Voros fixed the coding mistakes and unlocked its full potential. A geoengineering machine, one that could transform the land and build us a new home. The dark market gave us a storage container here. It has everything on Project Silver Spear. You just need to unlock it. This has been our plan, to create a place to unite us, the abandoned and forgotten, the Nopats. Oz's data drive has everything. In Wolf's hands, it would destroy us. But in yours, can turn the tide of our fight.
Essentially, we need to disable some jammers, get into the crate that we mentioned earlier, and pick out a data drive. This is where the hard part comes in, because these jammers that you have to find around the map are RNG. There are 3 spawns for each objective on the 64-player layout, since this has to be accommodating for both last gen and new gen. And I'll leave a link to the Battlefield 2043 Discord down below, where on the pinned messages on the Easter egg chat you can see all of the locations we found so far. But essentially you have to interact with these, and it places C4 down on the jammers and makes them explode and allows you to open the crate. Once picking up the drive, you get another player card showing off the Shearwater satellite, with Oz telling you that you're kind of his last hope and hopes that you'll understand, because Shearwater is actually a satellite used for terraforming the Earth. It's not a weapon, as Wolf told us back in Season 1. Now, before we piece together all of that story, I do have to give a disclaimer that this Easter egg is actually quite buggy, unfortunately. From the player card not actually spawning for half of us multiple times on Spearhead, to heading over to Manifest and not being able to interact with the radios, and then not being able to pick up the data drive, it's been a little frustrating and has taken longer than we'd hoped for, and longer than was actually fun. However, this has given us the insight into this Easter egg, which kind of tells us where the story is going. So yeah, turns out that the whole Shearwater satellite that was alluded to back in Exposure and then expanded on in Season 3 with the Shearwater tech is a terraforming device, a satellite that will transform the Earth into a habitable place for the Nopats to live once more. Now, we don't know the outcome of this entire story, but essentially we're going to have to go and align this satellite, which we think will take us to Exposure finally to do so, as that's where this all started, and there's also a lot of switches and boxes there that show the text position on them, so it would make sense that that would be the place to set the satellite in position to use its terraforming device. However, now that we know Wolf isn't really the best of allies, it's possible that this whole thing goes wrong and causes the 2142 Ice Age, which is a theory that I've been sticking to since this whole narrative was brought into the game. I could be wrong, but it would be really cool to see that, and I hope that this Easter egg turns out with the satellite going off and us seeing some sort of terraforming event. That would be incredible. And I mean, we have got the missile strike from earlier, so it is clear that DICE can implement these real-time events into the maps. But I'm not sure if terraforming a whole map and the whole planet as you can see it is a little too out there, let's say. But yeah, anyway, that's where the story is headed with our team of Nopats, the Exodus itself going to actually activate the satellite that we were told was a threat back in Season 1, in hopes of terraforming the Earth and making it habitable again. Let me know what you think of the story and this Easter egg and whether you've completed it so far. Maybe by the time this video is out, we've already progressed further with it and actually finished the whole narrative that we've been given. And hopefully we get it done before tomorrow, because that is when the Season 4 trailer is coming out, and I'll be covering that too. We might have an upload between now and then if we progress further with this Easter egg, and if you do see any servers running this, feel free to come and join. At the moment, we're probably going to be searching the Hourglass map, as Zane mentioned the port city of Doha as the next location to visit after Manifest, so that seems to be our best bet. Anyway, I hope you did enjoy, and I'll see you in the next video.